Hi there Titans, and welcome back to another Titan Academy video. Today we'll be learning about the animation element in Titan Web. First, I'll show you how to use images with your animation element and how to set animations for those images. And next, I'll show you how to work with Lottie items in using the animation element. Let's get started. Now, the first thing that you're going to do is, of course, add your animation element to your project. You can find this under the Media tab and drag it in. You can, of course, always search for animation like this. And once you've got your animation element, you can configure your mapping for your element. So you'll click on Edit Mapping right over here, and you'll be presented with the option of adding images or SVG items. So first we'll start with images, then I'll show you how to also do Lottie items as well. So we'll add a couple of images to our project here. I will select images that I've already uploaded. You can, of course, upload your own images, use the public URL for those images as well. I'll use these previously uploaded images, and I'll use my Titan logo over here. And I'll say when this image leaves the animation, I want it to, let's say, bounce out like this. For my next image, and you can do this with several images, we'll just show you quickly with two. I'll show this donkey, and I'll show it coming in perhaps with a bit of a flip. And we won't have an out animation because I will not be removing this image, but if you had many images, you can do in and out for each one. All right, so I've got my image here, and I'll grab a button, and this can be done with conditions, buttons, really anything that will get you to your action flows. And we'll say change image here. And if I head to element interactivity, and I'll type in animation interactivity here to find it more easily, I can select my animation element here, and I can either go to a specific step, or in our case, we could just say next step. I could also finish the process, show or hide the animation, reset the animation to the original animation or original image on the animation element. And we'll just say this is going next image in the animation. And as you can see here, when I click my change image, it's running my animation as we saw and changing to a new image. And you can do some really nice things and construct some interesting animations in that way. All right. We can do the same thing with SVG items. I don't have any SVG content to write here, but if you have any SVG script that you'd like to put here and use those instead of uploading images, you can do that as well. All right, I'm going to delete these by clicking on my trash. And now let's look at a Lottie item. So I've already got this Lottie. Of course, you can upload one from your computer, some JSON file that holds the Lottie inside. And here I have a robot Lottie. And you can see that for each Lottie, and I can have several Lottie items for each image element here, for each animation element. But within each Lottie, of course, I have my different layers or my different shapes for each part of the animation. And you can see exactly each one of these individual layers right here. And I can actually choose to loop on any of these layers so that they continue to play over and over again. I can remove certain layers, and this will kind of give me the construct of exactly what is inside my Lottie. And like I said earlier, I can, of course, add several Lotties and change the label so I understand which one is which. And then I can have interactivity going to different Lotties, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So I'm going to click Apply, and here you can see my nice robot Lottie animation. And in this case, instead of doing using the normal interactivity, I'm going to use the Lottie actions, and we'll say we'll just do pause. You can also do more interesting things like playing a specific layer and choosing the specific layer that you want to play, playing it in general if it's paused, stopping it entirely or destroying it so that it can no longer play. We'll just demonstrate how you can pause it, and maybe we'll also add a play as well. So let me write here pause. And we'll add a second button here to play. Now this can also be done dynamically using conditions on project load, however you'd like to do it. In this case, we're just using our buttons. So we'll do animation interactivity, select our animation, and we'll say play. Oh, we did two pause texts. Let's say play here. Okay, so when we preview, we can see our Lottie is automatically running. If I want to pause it, I can pause it like that. If I want to play it again, I hit play and it will continue its animation. So in this way, I can fully control my Lottie item as well. So you can do some really interesting things with this element, switching between images and creating animations when those images switch, as well as playing Lottie items, a little more complex animations, and being able to control those as well. So that's how it's done.